Hi, I'm Matt here at Justworks. Wouldn't it be awesome if your business saved up to $500,000 per year? If you're a qualified small business, you might be eligible to save up to $500,000 by receiving a Federal Research and Development Tax Credit, or R&D, to offset your payroll taxes. The R&D tax credit is a federal incentive designed to reward businesses that invest in innovation, things like developing new products, improving processes, or conducting research. The R&D credit was originally only able to reduce income taxes, but thanks to the PATH Act of 2015, most small businesses with less than $5 million in revenue that have been in business for less than 5 years can use this credit to offset their payroll taxes instead of income taxes. If your business qualifies and you want to apply your R&D credit to payroll taxes, Justworks will take care of reporting it on your payroll taxes for you within our PEO experience after you have filed your income taxes to claim the credit. We handle the R&D payroll credit through our aggregate quarterly tax filings and apply any resulting credit as a lump sum invoice credit. I'll walk you through the process for confirming eligibility and claiming this credit. When you log into Justworks, look for R&D tax credits under Payments. You'll see this if you are an administrator with permission to make payments. So you might be wondering if you qualify. If you don't have a tax advisor, you can request a free consultation with our partner, Aprio, a CPA firm that specializes in R&D tax credits. Just hit Set Up Free Consultation to get started. No commitment is required. If you already have a tax advisor, you can still claim the credit through Justworks without using Aprio. As a reminder, Justworks is not able to provide tax advice, so we cannot determine if you are eligible for R&D tax credits. You and your tax advisor have to make the final call on eligibility for R&D activity and the amount of the credit. Justworks' internal compliance team may reach out for documents to confirm qualified small business status. Filing deadlines matter in this process, so you want to get started with this process as soon as possible. The credit is applied in the first calendar quarter after your company files the income tax return claiming the credits. So even though your R&D study is completed, you'll need to file your credits with the IRS on your income tax return first in order to claim the credit. It's also important to note that your election to offset payroll taxes is made by checking a box on your income tax return, and this election must be made on a timely filed return and can't be filed on an amendment. To ensure timely processing, submit your documents soon after you file your return. Deadlines are typically for income tax returns filed from January 1st to March 31st, you'll submit to Justworks by June 7th. Your credit will start to apply to Q2 payroll taxes. For income tax returns filed by June 30th, submit by September 7th. Your credit will start to apply to Q3 payroll taxes. For income tax returns filed by September 30th, submit by December 7th. Your credit will start to apply to Q4 payroll taxes. And for income tax returns filed by December 31st, submit by March 7th. Your credit will start to apply to Q1 payroll taxes. Refund timing generally follows 3 estimates. For income tax returns filed from January 1st to March 31st, you'll receive the refund by mid-August. For income tax returns filed by June 30th, refunds arrive by mid-November. For income tax returns filed by September 30th, refunds arrive by mid-February. For income tax returns filed by December 31st, refunds arrive by mid-May. What happens if you submit late? If you do miss the deadline, you can still submit, but will need to file an amended Form 941X for all the companies using Justworks, which will result in delays receiving the credit. How is your quarterly credit calculated? The R&D tax credit is non-refundable, meaning you can only get back the taxes you paid in each quarter. This means that your refund each quarter will be the lesser of your R&D credit or the employer Social Security and Medicare taxes you paid for that quarter, not the portion employees paid. Any remaining credit will carry over to the next quarter until it's fully used up. Let's walk through submitting a claim. Select Get Started for the correct tax year. This year should match when you incurred the R&D costs, not when you want the credit applied. Before we start the claim, we'll see a checklist reminding us of the documents we need to move forward. Your filed federal income tax return that was filed with the IRS, including all schedules. The date the income tax return was filed, which may be on your e-file confirmation. pages 1 and 2 of your Form 6765. This should be part of your income tax return. The contact information of the business or person who calculated your R&D tax credit. So that could be Aprio or any other tax advisor that you partnered with. And the detailed cap tables as of the last day of the tax year. A common mistake is to submit a summary cap table or a cap table as of today instead of December 31st. Now I'm going to continue, and this will take us over to our eligibility page. Here, we're going to answer a few questions to determine eligibility. Your tax advisor should prep you for these questions. I already have these pre-filled, so I'll scroll down to continue. Let's get into the credit info. This is where we'll be taking some information directly off our tax return and putting it directly into Justworks. One thing we want to call out is the Federal ID number. If your Federal ID has changed, or if there's an error in our system, you can input the correct ID and we will work with you to update this. If you are a disregarded entity, subsidiary, or Q-sub, and your R&D credit was filed under a related entity's Federal ID, make sure to input that here so we can report that to the IRS. Fill in these fields as needed. Fill in your R&D tax preparer's contact info. This would be the person and company that calculated your R&D credit, which sometimes is the same company that files your income tax return. And once we get to the bottom tables here, upload a PDF of your federal income tax return, which should already include Form 6765. And last, but not least, we'll upload those cap tables we discussed earlier. Finally, if there are any additional documents you would like Justworks to review, for example, unused credits from prior to joining Justworks, your full R&D study, documents to support a company name or FEIN change, or even a password to open a PDF file, you can upload those here. We'll select Continue. Please read through this last page carefully. This will be reviewing everything you just submitted. Make sure everything looks correct. We'll double check everything, but if we do find any mistakes, that could delay the process. And last, but not least, please carefully read through the attestation regarding your R&D tax returns. Once you've read the attestation, you can agree and submit. You did it! Justworks will take it from here. After submission, you'll see a green banner in our R&D landing page, confirming your submission was successful. From there, you'll have a 1 to 5 business day timeline of approval notification. If we have any questions, you'll either get an email from our team, or we may send the file back to you with comments. This could happen if you typed in something incorrectly, if we need you to resubmit a corrected document, or if we just need additional information in our records to support your eligibility. You can track your submission progress here on the R&D credit landing page, and you can request a full report for a breakdown of your R&D tax credits received, filed, and paid so far with Justworks. Once approved, Justworks will include the R&D tax credit on the appropriate quarterly payroll tax return. Your credit will automatically roll forward each quarter until it is fully refunded. After each payroll tax return is filed, which is about 6 weeks after the payroll quarter ends, you'll receive an updated IRS Form 8974 in your company's document center. This form will outline how much of the credit was used and what remains for future quarters. Your R&D credit will get refunded directly to your bank account, and you'll see R&D credit on your invoice. Get started with this process as soon as possible to make sure you're taking advantage of the credits available to you.